Hi, everybody. My name is John DiPietro, and I want to welcome you to another edition of Salisbury 500. You're wondering where that name Salisbury 500 came from. Well, Assumption College is located on 500 Salisbury Street, Worcester, and you can see the picture of the college right behind me. And what I decided to do was talk to some alumni experts on important topics that are impacting the world today. And I should tell you that Assumption doesn't sponsor this. It doesn't sanction it. It probably doesn't even know that it exists. However, let's make people aware of the great content that's available in this show. And if you do me a huge favor, and yourself a huge favor as well, down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see a red button, and just hit that button. And then another button with a little bell will appear. And if you hit the bell, that means every time a new episode comes out, and we've got 7 or 8 done right now, we've got 15 in the hopper ready to go, you are going to be notified first before the general public. So I would appreciate that a great deal. And you know what I also appreciate is the fact that our guest today, Bill Humbert, is coming to us direct from actually I should say Park City instead of Salt Lake City, Utah. Bill, welcome to Salisbury 500.
Thank you, John. It's always good to be almost on the Assumption campus again.
Right, exactly. I mean, you know what, the virtual capabilities that we have today. And when I was taking that picture earlier today, I thought of a spot that there's a picture of you in your 1971. Boy, yeah. You are old. No, I should say mature.
I'm seasoned.
It's seasoned, okay. In the yearbook of you holding a sign saying what, California or bust or something like that?
Santa Barbara. I still have the sign, John.
Well, it's still California, so I was right.
Yes.
So you've got within 500 miles of it.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyway, so folks, Bill is a HR expert. He spent his entire professional career in the recruiting business, and now he's a nationally known author. Bill, if you have a copy of your latest book, if you just hold it up so people can see we're actually Employer 5.0, what? Secrets of a Successful Job Search in the New World Order. Bill Humbert. Bill, we're in turmoil, and you know, everybody's wondering, what do I do next? We're in the midst of this pandemic virus circumstance as we record this. First of all, tell us your background, and then I want you to tell me directly, is this any time at all to even consider a new job or a new career for that fact?
So, John, I am recruiterguy.com. So I know a little bit about recruiting, and I've been a professional recruiter since 1981. I've coached people on finding jobs probably since the mid-'80s sometime, but more recently, over the last 25 years, I've coached hundreds of people on finding a job. Mm-hmm. In the past month, 7 people that I coached accepted offers. 2 of them had 2 offers to choose from.
Time out. You're a sports guy. You know what timeout is, right?
I do.
Joe O'Brien would go, timeout. So you said you've placed 7 people in the last month, and that's all during this pandemic time, right?
It is.
So you're probably talking Amazon drivers, or people who go to work at UPS, or people who schlep fries at Burger King, right?
John, you know me better than that. Not a single one of those was one of the people. Actually, one of them who received 2 offers accepted a position of vice president of global IT for an international company, and his compensation is going to be like $260,000 a year.
So these are not starter jobs?
No.
Okay.
None of them. Actually, with one exception, they're all 6-figure jobs.
So basically, and I think one of the things that you said and all the other times that we've had an opportunity to interview either on the radio or here on this program, you kind of have to go against the flow to be noticed in the HR jungle. Would you say that's correct?
John, it's perfectly correct. HR is not where you want to go.
Okay. So now you see companies saying we're desperate for help. What do you do? Just call the HR office and begin the process that way?
Well, I'll tell you what happens when you do that, especially if they have a hiring freeze. What happens is the person that answers the phone says, "Oh, that position's on hold because we have a hiring freeze."
Mm-hmm. So
Don't go to HR.
What do you do?
You network in.
Okay.
And network is get out of the weeds. HR is down in the weeds. Get out of the weeds. Get up in the executive ranks. And those people are the ones that can go to the CEO and say, "Hey, John DiPietro is amazing and he's available. We need to snag him now before somebody else gets him."
Somebody else does. Okay.
And that
so
happens.
You're saying go to a couple levels up beyond the HR department and, find somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can make it happen for you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Should I tell you about this woman that I'm coaching right now?
Go right ahead.
And so she doesn't have an offer yet, but she was down in the weeds all last week. She was down in the weeds. And I said to her, "You got to get out of the weeds." And she said, "Well, what do I do?" And I said, "Talk to people in the C-level, up in CEO, CFO, CIO." And she is a person who is a hospital quality manager type of person.
In a hospital environment.
In a hospital environment. So she spoke with a
That's
CFO.
Hospital, not hostel.
Hospitals.
Right.
And she spoke with the CFO that she used to work with. And he said, "Wow, ship me your resume." So she shipped the resume to the CFO. The CFO gave it to the manager of quality for the hospital, and they have an interview tomorrow. And I suspect they're going to hire her.
Okay, because it's going around that back door and finding out who the person is that can influence the person that can say yes or no.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's who you have to talk to.
Now, I understand that you've got a new book coming out. What's the topic of that one?
That new book is one for you, John. It's Expect Success.
Okay.
The Art of the Over 50 Job Search.
Okay. Well, you got to add you got to add about 20 more years to that. But the fact of the matter is, Bill, would you say 70 is the new 65 or 75? Well, wait a minute. 75, the new 65? Is that logical to think that?
In today's world, I'm going to be 71 this summer. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing more work now than I was 10 years ago. And I'm having more fun doing it too.
So when you're having fun doing it, it's not really work, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
It's
interesting.
Fun.
Bill, unfortunately, our time is up on this segment. But how about a website where people can find out more about you? Or can they order any of your books online?
They can order my books on Amazon. That's the easiest. Mm-hmm. And then the second thing, my website's just been completely updated, and it's recruiterguy.com.
Recruiterguy.com.
Yes.
Okay. Final tip. Somebody is supposedly getting out of college. Do they still have a fighting chance, knowing they don't have a big network set up?
Oh, absolutely. They've got a parental network. They've got a family network. They have a network among all of their classmates who have parents that have positions somewhere. It's a great network. And, just get that entry-level position. It doesn't matter where it is or what it is you're doing.
Get in the door.
Just get in the door, get experience. And you hear the stories of people who start out in the mailroom that end up CEO. Yeah. And it happens more than you might believe.
Yeah. The only thing now, Bill, is there's no more mailrooms.
I know. And there's no more receptionists either.
Exactly. So we want to thank you so much for being with us, and want to wish you and your clients the best in these coming months. And would you come back and give us some more tips as we continue to navigate this minefield that we're in right now?
I would love to. I would love to come back and speak to the students.
Great. So we're talking with Bill Humbert from Salt Lake City, the recruiterguy.com. Bill, thank you so much, and go Hounds.
Go Hounds. Thank you, John.